Welcome to TNA Xplosion. Tonight during this Thanksgiving weekend turning point, we'll be live on TNA Plus at 7 p.m. Eastern. But let's get you primed here on Xplosion. Gia Miller goes around the ring with the global phenomenon Joe Hendry before he competes in the Thanksgiving Turkey Bowl match at Turning Point. Plus, the Don West, you've got to be kidding me, top 5 trending topics of the week. In case you missed it, and our main event, it's a never-before-seen showdown from June in Philadelphia inside the hallowed 2300 Arena. Sami Callihan goes one-on-one with Trent Seven. But first, it's from the vault. TNA Xplosion starts now.
The whole enchilada right here. World heavyweight title. There's your champ. There's your challenger. Yes, sir.
One of the key words that you often use to describe the champion, Jeff Hardy, is unpredictable. Well, just by its nature, a ladder match also is totally unpredictable because now this is not about a pin or a submission. Certainly it's about wearing down your opponent, but all in an effort to climb the ladder and take down the gold.
Well, yeah, that is the strategy. That's the only strategy. You're right, Mike, is to wear down the guy you're facing so you can get on that ladder and grab the title back. But right now you see this is typical Hardy. Typical world champion Jeff Hardy feeding off the creatures of the night, our live audience, the TNA fan base, his fan base.
And a double mention.
People clap. I don't go because people clap.
Saying I don't do it because people clap. You know, earlier in that interview, he said, I don't need the millions of people. I don't need the fans. Jeff Hardy does.
Aries is thinking here that he can slow down any momentum that Hardy may have here in the early going as Hardy tries to play to the crowd and feed off their enthusiasm.
A little early here, huh?
Aries not wasting any time. He knows that's the only way to win this matchup, and here comes the champion putting on the brakes. Back to the old drawing board. Second man in the ring is at the disadvantage. Aries takes over.
I think the challenger right there, I don't know what his intentions were initially, but it sure paid off well for him, almost as if he sucked Hardy in.
Look at Aries here.
Wow. We got a little bit of that. Didn't get it all. He might have slipped off the rope, too. That's a very high-risky move to do in the early goings of this match, but I guess he's trying to put the head out of the champion so he can get that ladder. He wants that ladder in the ring. You saw him before here. He wants it in there quick.
And you notice that he tossed the body, especially the lower body, the legs of the champion Hardy into the steel steps. Take away the base, take away the legs of Jeff Hardy, and you have a huge advantage in a ladder match.
Sure do. Takes away so many of his primary weapons, but speaking of weapons, that's exactly what the ladder is being used as now.
That might be the beginnings of seeing that ladder used as a weapon.
Both men trading here, and Mike, look back to their Bound for Glory matchup. These two turned that dial of intensity up so much in that match, and now you add the ladder stipulation. This one could be just completely out of control.
Well, I think the ladder match really adds a different wrinkle to this and takes it up to another level. As Aries follows up in the corner, he's got an idea here, but he's still got to deal with the man who, as we said, is so damn unpredictable.
Yeah, Aries ended up landing on his feet. Got lucky there.
Aries circling around the ring, but
tripped over the ladder as he got kicked.
Hardy thrives when it's unpredictable. Trent's body, but Hardy hit the ladder as well.
Part of the danger of a ladder match, even though that was the offensive move by Hardy, even though he crashed into Aries, he also paid the price when he hit the ladder.
Sure did. Hardy now trying to get the ladder into the ring, but Aries blocks him. We've got a power struggle here, a real tug of war for this ladder, and look at that. Hardy just shoves him back over the steps. Hardy now full head of steam. He's gonna dive into the rail. And Taz, is there anybody better than Jeff Hardy at using his surrounding environment as a weapon?
No, I mean, I really think that as Jeff was coming up as a wrestler, that, you know, that's him and his brother, that's what they tried to do. They tried to master that, and they've done a hell of a job of it. I mean, just using furniture around the ring to their advantage. Tight confines. Oh, my God, that was bad.
It's been the mindset for Jeff Hardy, though, for his entire life. Whether it's professional wrestling, whether it's motocross that he loves so much. He's all about high risk. He's all about putting it all on the line like he has to do tonight if he's going to keep the title.
And Hardy, as he mentioned, he goes into this eyes wide shut. He's focused. Think of the journey that it took, that road to redemption to get back to the World Heavyweight title. He certainly doesn't want to give it up.
He's in that ring by himself with a ladder. He might go up there to gain his championship, and this thing will be over.
Hardy starts the climb. And here comes Aries to try and cut him off. And this is where it can get dangerous when they get up in this.
You're not kidding. He's climbing over him. I love it. Look at Aries. He's climbing over the champion to get to that title.
Yeah, it's really a unique strategy, the way that he's climbing right up the back of his opponent. You don't see that very often. Is that a Russian leg sweep?
Something like it, yeah.
And almost an arm bar in there as well. He really wrenched back on the arm of Hardy. So Aries showing that he can thrive in this type of environment as well and adapt. And that's the important thing. He needs to adapt to this to succeed.
Now what? I mean, what is Aries? Oh!
It's been really main staple of Aries' offense to try and trap Jeff Hardy, and he does it again, and that time a full-speed drop kick.
Second time Aries was able to hit that drop kick, this time assisted with the ladder in the corner, and he's trying to hook him again, just dragging the champion up to his feet here. Can he put the exclamation point on it?
Oh! There's that brain buster, dreaded brain buster. Who knows, is that enough to keep him out of action here, Hardy?
Well, he's not going to get a pinfall win, but it could be step one in terms of Aries getting the title back, because Hardy now is down and out on the floor.
Good point there, Mike. If this were a standard matchup, it could very well be over right now. You would maybe be looking at your new World Heavyweight Champion, but he still has a climb to make. Got to take down those titles. I don't know how stable this ladder is either, Taz.
I don't know. I don't know. These ladders have they've been through hell, but not as much hell as the two athletes' bodies have been through. I can tell you that. That ladder, that's not even on all four legs. Austin's got to try and get up there ASAP if he wants to be the new World Heavyweight Champion.
Trying to maintain his balance. He inches closer and closer.
Oh, here comes Hardy now.
Boy, check out the way Hardy made up ground so quick. What an exchange by these two guys.
Whoever gets the worst of this is going to be maybe in a huge disadvantage.
Well, there's some mustard behind those punches by Jeff Hardy. There's not many punches being thrown by Aries, so... Oh, man, look at that face. Oh, third time.
Hardy's so physical.
Oh, no. Not a twist of... No!
Twist of fate off the ladder. Both men's bodies just crumble to the canvas.
And now,
yeah,
the hell is it?
Well, what better to do after the twister than that?
Swanton bomb there by Hardy. Aries to the outside. Is this the beginning of the end, gentlemen? Is that going to be enough? He's got to find a ladder that works for one.
Well, that's the key. Yeah, now. I mean, Hardy hitting his signature stuff on the challenger.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but you've got to capitalize now.
That's the tough thing with these ladder matches. It's not enough to just pound upon your opponent.
Tick, 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 tick. Time is ticking here for the champion.
He's got to really try and get up there, Jeff. You got to really try to hustle. Oh, he's going to retain that title.
Oh,
Gotta
he's so
reach
close.
out.
He's got
reach
it.
up and take down the titles.
He's got to put.
What in the world?
What the hell just happened there?
Are we seeing things, or do those titles just move up?
What is going on? What? Gotta be kidding me.
Aries had the control. Oh, how resourceful was that, Mike?
And now, the two men fighting. Whoa!
Oh my God.
Ready back in, man. He was so close. You thought he had this match won. You saw the frustration.
Should have.
Smart though. That was smart by Austin Aries to get those controls.
It was genius, but Hardy should have been able to take down the title belts. He had his fingers touching him.
We got the big boy ladder out now, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't think that one's going to get bent and twisted up.
That looks pretty sturdy.
What a main event. What a ladder match here at Turning Point. The title still hangs in the balance. Something's got to give.
After the titles have been elevated even higher, you need a ladder of this size to take it down.
Look at this now. Here comes
Aries
Aries.
not done yet.
What a battle here. What a battle.
I don't know where these two continue to fight it. Trading on top of the ladder. Oh,
Watch
no!
out. Watch out. Watch out.
Oh,
God.
both men landing on that ladder like a platform. Both men trying to get back up.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. Oh my God, this is so dangerous. Holy crap. Gotta be freaking kidding me.
Big time twist of fate on the ladder. Aries falls to the outside again, and listen to the impact zone come alive.
Here goes the champ.
The people can sense it. The creatures of the night.
Now he's way up there.
One down it. He did it.
Your winner and still World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy!
What a battle. What a physical, intense battle for the World Heavyweight Championship.
And now, here on TNA Xplosion, it's time for the Don West Gia Miller, starring Joe Hendry. That's next on Xplosion. Welcome back to TNA Xplosion, and now it's time for Around the Ring with Gia Miller.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Around the Ring. I'm your host, Gia Miller, and today we have a very, very special guest, Joe Hendry.
Thank you for the introduction.
Joe, it's great to have you here. Like, I feel like a lot of times we get performative Joe, and today we get the real Joe.
Oh.
We get the man, the myth, the legend.
real Joe doesn't get out a lot, so you know.
So here he
it's
is,
fun to do.
and I will admit, I pulled you away from a conversation to come sit down with me, so we can just continue that conversation because it was pretty interesting.
Okay.
Because I walked into it and I was like, oh, I kind of want to be a part of this because it's really interesting, and it's about love languages.
I think Joe Hendry's love language is to spin around, look at the camera, and that's about as much as I want to talk about love languages
Sure.
on a public platform.
Yeah,
But,
I
you know,
understand. I
yeah.
understand. Yeah, but it's a fine art. It's a fine art for sure. Well, thank you for sitting down with me.
That's all right.
You had me on Food Fight,
Yes.
and we talked about black holes. Like we went to a place that you wouldn't expect Gia Miller to go to. So I'm just leaving this open for wherever we go. I mean, what would you want the people to know about you as a human being?
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
But you can ask. You can ask away.
Okay. Well, we were also just talking about this elbow. Can you tell the elbow story?
Yeah, yeah,
You
sure.
just told me.
Okay. So I had we got a little excited on the Whatnot broadcast. I dropped a few elbows on the chair.
Yeah.
I felt, I just had to
You were in the
channel.
moment.
I had to channel a little bit of Ric Flair there because I actually rewatched the clip. And just to give some context, what happened was we had a situation where we were selling a one-of-one trading card of mine, and we were trying to get as much as we could to raise money for Chris Bay. And there was a point in that broadcast where we had 1 second left on like $360.
Yes.
It was, and then one other person added it in, and then it went all the way from $360 to $2,000.
Yes.
$2,053, I think it was,
Whatnot.
which was insane. So we got very excited. I dropped some elbows on the chair.
I turned
and
into Batista behind you.
Yep, you did.
Yeah.
You did. There was a few other moves as well.
Yeah, there was.
And yeah, but one of them involved me elbow dropping the chair. And it really hurts.
Yeah.
It really hurts. I never get hurt from like actual cool stuff. It's
No,
always
it
just-
never
yeah.
is. It never is.
But yeah, I got the initial injury because when I think I was like 16, I was at high school, and I was, someone had thrown something at me. It hit me in the head. It was pretty embarrassing. And at that point, you have to go. You have to go.
Yep.
But what happened was I just got super excited. I just advanced forward and kind of tripped over my feet. And so I went, and just took a front bump. On the, do we call it a curb in the US? Is
Yeah,
that a thing?
a curb, yeah,
Like
yeah.
the sharp edge of my elbow
Yes.
just went straight in. And then, so I went for that. It didn't go very well for me. It's highly embarrassing. And it's one of those situations where I was never like the cool guy at school. I was never popular. And it's very odd now to be doing this sort of job where
Right?
things are going quite well.
You're like the coolest guy there is now.
I was the least cool guy in high school. No one wanted anything to do with
Hey,
me.
that means there's hope for anybody.
There
There's
you
hope
go.
for anybody,
There you
for
go.
sure.
Yeah.
You can do a full 360 or a full 180. Just like
Literally, yeah.
Joe Hendry.
There you go.
Yeah, full 180. I love it. Okay, I feel like we're only just getting a taste, but that's all. I feel like the mystery is part of the character.
Right.
So we still have to keep some mystery around.
Ask away.
Around Joe Hendry.
I've become very good at evading questions. So you can ask anything.
You're really good
You
at
can
evading
ask
questions.
anything.
You're really
Yeah.
good at it. But so I know when to quit when I'm ahead. I've gotten a little bit. I've gotten
Okay.
a little taste. So
Okay.
I appreciate you sitting down with me today, Joe. That's all I'm going to put you through today. That's all I'm going to put you through.
So you brought me on here to tell everyone how I embarrassed myself at high school and destroyed my elbow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Big heel, Gia Miller.
Thanks.
You wouldn't think it, but
This is great.
here we are. Well, we'll have you for episode 2, and we'll give you a redemption story. Well, this is your redemption story. This
Thanks.
is it. Yeah. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, guys. This has been Around the Ring.
Thanks.
What's your favorite kind of cake?
Favorite kind of cake? I am not a sweet tooth guy. I'm a savory guy. I'm not a big cake guy, but if I had to, it would be a carrot cake. It would be a carrot cake.
Ooh,
Yeah.
good choice. Well, that's a good note to end on.
Up next, did you miss anything from Impact? No problem, we'll get you all caught up. It's In Case You Missed It, next on Xplosion. Welcome back to TNA Xplosion. Now it's time for In Case You Missed It.
I did have an opportunity to exchange a couple of incoherent words with Sami Callihan before this match, and he said that he just wants to ugly this pretty boy up. I can't say I'd like for that to happen, but we'll see how it goes.
Sounds about right when it comes to Sami Callihan.
If there's anything he's an expert in, it's ugly.
Oh, wait a minute. Callahan trying to end this thing early, calling for the cactus driver 97 and a huge super kick by Nemeth and Callahan to the outside.
Egad, I could taste the bottom of that boot from here.
And Nick Nemeth got blitzed there by Sami Callihan in the early going. He's got his wits about him, and Callahan taking a walk.
Oh,
Able to duck that one, and there's Nemeth going right after Callahan on the outside, exploring the space here in the impact zone. What hospitality we've had here at the state-of-the-art Boeing Center at Techport in San Antonio, Texas. It had been over a decade since TNA Wrestling had done a live broadcast from San Antonio, Texas before Victory Road 2024.
man, when are we see the Alamo.
Now Callahan dives back into the ring.
Oh, and he's out again.
Callahan rolls out. Oh, wait a minute! To the eyes goes Callahan. And listen, Callahan's no saint. He's not afraid to play a little dirty.
Well, he said he wanted to ugly him up, going for the face and the hair. That's the moneymaker, baby.
Spine first into the apron goes Nick Nemeth. You see that sick smile on the face of Sami Callihan. This is where he's having fun.
Yeah, sick and fun. Those are two words that go hand in hand when you talk about Sami Callihan.
This is his playground.
I think there was a little bit of spit on that. When I get my sanitizer, I'll share it with Nick Nemeth.
I think you need a tetanus shot.
I already have that.
Oh,
I've been around him enough to know.
That's fair.
Just don't get me started about rusty iron.
Callahan.
Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no.
Oh, and Callahan just chopped the steel post.
Egad. That's going to hurt.
God, are their fingers broken? Now Nemeth charges at Callahan, who avoids catastrophe. Nemeth goes face first into the top turnbuckle.
And at full force. You can see the joints just a little out of place there. Nothing's quite right with Sami Callihan, but
out of place, it's exactly Sami Callihan.
Looking to maybe even the odds.
Pulling back on the digits. Callahan might be proud of his handiwork. He's completely isolated Nick Nemeth. Shot right to the back of the neck. Shoots the half, here's the cover. Shoulders down. Nemeth gets the right shoulder up in time.
You know, it would make sense that Sami Callihan wants to,
God! Nothing makes sense with Sami Callihan.
No, you're right. I take it back. I was gonna say that it makes sense that he would want to ugly Nick Nemeth up because Sami Callihan has a face that only a mother could love. And he proves my point.
Yep. Chop right to the throat of Nemeth.
Woof.
Some extra aggression tonight from Callahan and a kick out by Nemeth. You can understand why when you're in there with the reigning TNA World Champion, you have to take advantage of the opportunity.
Sure, and I mean, you mentioned it before, Sami Callihan is a former world champion in his own right, and I mean, he got there one way or another.
Nemeth had a little bit of an opening, but it's closed by Callahan.
I don't like that look. What is going on in the demented mind of the Death Machine?
Callahan trying to inflict as much pain as humanly possible. I invite you to head to TNAWrestling.com right now and check out all our event and ticket information as soon as possible and see where TNA Wrestling is coming to your town next. Shot right to the back there by Sami Callihan. Of course, if you can't join us, head to watch.tnawrestling.com and subscribe. You haven't seen anything, until you've seen everything on TNA Plus. Jawbreaker there by Nemeth, able to create a little bit of separation. Double clothesline. Callahan and Nemeth are down.
I'm not sure, but I think I may have seen a little bit of blood on the back of Nick Nemeth. I'm not sure who's bleeding, but it makes me concerned nonetheless, especially if it's Sami's.
It's been a physical matchup between Nick Nemeth and Sami Callihan. See that scrape on the back?
Well, it was those back rakes from earlier. Sami Callihan, I know, does not trim nor wash his hands. So
that's disgusting.
Nick Nemeth will definitely need that tetanus shot. And it looks like Sami Callihan is just enjoying this.
Takes out the knee. Oh, and a famouser! Callahan asked for it. He got it. Oh, and he nearly went down to the one-in man, but Callahan able to kick out.
The TNA fans love their world champion just as much as their roster does. Maybe a little bit more.
Shots to the heart by Nemeth. Cover. Callahan gets the left up off the mat.
Oh, I like the look on the face of Nick Nemeth. What's he got planned for the Death Machine?
Thinking about sending Sami Callihan to the danger zone. Oh, and a cover middle of the ring by Callahan. Is it enough to put down the champion? Oh, and a kick out.
Ooh.
One more look at this from a former TNA World Champion, the cutter in the center of the ring by the Death Machine.
Listen, we can say a lot of interesting things about Sami, but one thing we can say is that he knows how to capitalize. He sees an opening and he knows when to take it, and he'll take it at full force. Oh. Looks like the Death Machine might be calling for a little music.
Is Sami Callihan tuning up the band? Trying to give Nick Nemeth a dose of his own medicine. Now that is a super kick. Danger zone. Cover. Nemeth beats Callahan.
Here is your winner, the TNA World Champion, Nick Nemeth.
And that right there is why Nick Nemeth is your reigning and defending TNA World Champion.
Heck of an effort tonight by Sami Callihan in his first time ever matchup. But Nick Nemeth is your winner tonight in the Impact Zone. Up next, our main event features an exclusive, never-before-seen singles matchup as Sami Callihan faces Trent Seven. That's next on TNA Xplosion. Welcome back to Xplosion, and now let's take you back to an exclusive, never-before-seen matchup for our main event. And we are set for action here in the Impact Zone, which is now on Mustache Mountain, apparently.
Oh, yes, it is.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, representing Speedball Mountain, Trent Seven.
Tonight we're inside the hallowed 2300 Arena, formerly known as the ECW Arena here in the land of extreme Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Trent Seven ready for action. I'm Tom Hannafin. She's Mean Gia Miller. How hot do you think Trent is in that coat right now? Isn't it sweltering this summer?
I can see the sweat from here. It is just running down his face. Hey, maybe he'll be able to slip out of Sami Callihan's hand.
Let's see how that goes. Trent Seven, not too long ago, was competing at the Against All Odds event, went one-on-one with Mustafa Ali for the X Division Championship. A hell of a matchup Ali was able to retain.
Come here, Philadelphia! It's Death Machine!
His opponent from Anonymous, Ohio, the Death Machine, Sami Callihan.
It's all over the lens of the camera.
That's what we would call in our business a haktua. Spit on that thing.
The Callahan Death Machine. is ready for action here tonight in Philly. Extremely appropriate. Callahan has had some wars in this building. And there's Callahan. Oh, he's pop and bang right off of the bat. Trent Seven versus Sami Callihan is underway. And Seven went for a dive there, and Callahan able to get out of the way. Callahan, who lately seems to live on the outside of the ring.
I think he might live under the ring.
That's fair. Oh, the Death Valley driver on the outside.
Wasting no time in getting the violence started here in the 2300 arena.
Callahan rolls back inside. And is feeling it here from the fans here in Philadelphia. Trent Seven trying to collect himself by referee Paige Prinzavali. Checking on Seven after that nasty Death Valley driver out on the floor. Callahan awfully proud of his handiwork. The official beginning her count. Count of 4 here on Trent Seven early on.
And the fans in Philly seem to be in the favor of Sami Callihan.
Count of 6, and Seven really landed hard on his neck, is just rolling back in. Beats the 10 count with plenty of time there, but obviously that Death Valley driver did its damage on the outside. Seems like there's a nasty side to Sami Callihan tonight. I know that's sounds pretty normal with Callahan, but still pretty aggressive.
He is pretty much always nasty, but I can't help but wonder if Trent Seven owes him money.
Oh. Oh. 10 beats from the death machine there. Callahan is having fun tonight.
He's having a little too much fun. There's a look in his eyes that when I see it, I just start to get a little nervous.
You've gotten to know Callahan pretty well over the years.
All too well.
All over the United States and beyond. Former TNA world champion.
He's taken my shoes in several of those states.
Why?
I don't
Hold on.
know.
Here's the cover and a kick out by Seven. He's taking your shoes? I don't understand that at all.
He likes my slippers. He says they're comfortable.
Now Callahan making sure that Trent Seven is extremely uncomfortable here.
Yeah.
There's some small joint manipulation there at first. Now pulling back on the arms. This is something that normally you see, not this exactly, but that small joint manipulation you'll see from Trent Seven at times. And Callahan just assuming command here. Shot right to the back of the neck of Trent Seven. Shoots the half. Here's the cover and a kick out.
Of all the things I can say about Sami Callihan, the one thing I can always say is that he knows other people's work. He watches what other people do. He watches what other people do so that when he gets in the ring with them, he can use those things against them.
I will say this has been smart competition by Callahan. Hit the Death Valley driver on the outside of the ring. Seven was favoring his neck. Went for that unprotected shot to the back of the neck. Followed it up. Callahan, a very targeted attack. There is a method to his madness.
Madness indeed.
Now Seven. Oh, Callahan going right back to the neck, the throat of Trent Seven.
You know, it only takes 10 pounds of pressure to crush your windpipe. That makes me nervous every time I see somebody do something like that. I mean, it must be so difficult to breathe.
The old adage, you can't breathe, you can't fight. And right now, Trent Seven barely has gotten out of the blocks in this matchup, outside of bop and bang early on. Now look at this, going for a guillotine choke here on Trent Seven, center of the ring. I don't know how much more Seven can handle here. We talked about it. Is he being able to breathe normally after what just happened moments ago? Callahan's all over him.
Sami is very, very strategic. It may not make sense in the moment, but it makes sense in the long run, at least to him.
Honestly, he's continued the attack on the neck, going after the throat, trying to affect the breathing of Seven. Oh! I don't believe that was a low blow, but it was close. Oh! And this is what Trent Seven loves to do. This is his trademark. Those chops are like death by 1,000 cuts in the DDT off the hesitation. Tucks the arm. Callahan gets the left shoulder up in time.
Man, I never get sick of seeing that strong style.
British strong style. Trent Seven helped revolutionize that movement in the United Kingdom years ago. Carries it with him everywhere he goes. And now Seven, was loading up for that one in the corner. Oh, and finally gets it on Callahan. Blistering the chest of Callahan. Went for the 7-star lariat. Oh, and there's a lariat from Callahan. Look to the inside leg. Seven able to kick out.
Callahan digging deep. I mean, you can just see the wheels turning. What twisted punishment does Sami Callihan have lined up next?
Could it be time for the Cactus Driver 97? No. Bop and bang once again. 7-star lariat. Shoulders down. Callahan is still alive.
Oof.
Hard-hitting matchup tonight here in Philly between Seven and Callahan.
Callahan loves doling out the punishment, but he can certainly take a lot of it himself. The fans here in Philly picking their sides. I really think they just want to see some violence tonight. Oh.
Oh, there's that small joint manipulation I mentioned earlier on. Oh, the backhand. Seven, cover. Callahan won't go away.
Man, thumbs down, more like thumbs off. Did you hear that snap? That was disgusting.
And now Seven trying to find a way to end this matchup and score a victory here in the impact zone. Going for another 7-star lariat. Oh my God.
Not the crown jewels.
Oh, and a shot right to the back of the neck. Callahan returns. Looked like a tooth went flying there.
That's some Haktua.
And now the Cactus Driver 97. Callahan beats Seven.
Here is your winner, Sami Callihan.
Hard fight from Trent Seven, but Sami Callihan is the victor here tonight.
A method to his madness indeed. Callahan was crazed, but methodical. Heck of a fight by Trent Seven, but the Callahan Death Machine rolls to victory.